Hello everybody, this is Texas Danny. Texas Danny coming to you with an intuitive Earth report. I repeat, coming to you with an intuitive Earth report. This report is not going to be thorough or complete. This is just a somewhat off the cuff with a quick reference to Google Earth and some recent other media sources about the progress of Earth changes currently. Some of this is intuitive and with some liberties based on educated guessing from past experiences and past recollections of the changes that have taken place thus far. Again, on the various jumps to certain Earths and that kind of thing like that. To those of you who are listening who may need a refresher about this channel, I am one of the quantum jumpers from the Mandela effect, from the quantum effect, who is scattered all over the face of the Earth right now, everywhere. Again, I am seeing changes taking place right now. I'll give it to you just a kind of an oral briefing. If you have a map or globe, or printed materials of any kind, or even references to videos like old movies, going back from just very recent to years back. You can also search thoroughly through those and check on those. I have been able to look into printed material and check for verification of what I see taking place on Google Earth and other media sources. I would like those of you who are not familiar with this issue to know that we are people from other multiverse versions of Earth, or at least Earth in other timelines or other realities or dimensions. This is not a made-up issue. I'm a man in my 60s, and this happened to me in my late 50s. Just days after my 57th birthday in 2016, June of 2016, I experienced the most pronounced jump. Since then, I've had several shifts, experiences, in which we had distinct feelings when those shift things happen. Again, the moon out there that you can see on the video, I cannot see very good because I have vision issues. I have had since I jumped in June of 2016, but I've medically checked them recently, and they're due to old age issues as well, being in my 60s. All right, the Earth at the top of the Arctic Circle, it seems to be closing in area. The Earth at the Arctic Circle seems to be closing in area, right? If I would be able to kind of permit me, if I was doing a radio sequence 505 to geometric, 505 to geometric, we have the north area of the Earth closing in. All stats will still show as normal. You will still have all measurement indicators. Probably all measurement indicators will seem like there is nothing happening. To those of you also who are residents here, there's a very distinct possibility that you are a resident of this reality and this timeline. You will not see the quantum changes taking place. They take place at quantum speeds, and those of us who are kind of out of our element are able to see this for whatever reason from time to time when we observe things, right? And of course, it goes without saying that much is unknown. A tremendous amount is unknown, right? But we have all areas of the Earth in action right now. We have Indonesia seeming in a counterclockwise cartwheel, pinning back up towards Asia. The Chinese island of Canaan Island is quantum affected, and that is slightly still growing. That's not far. It's in China's Southern Sea, and it's not far from their artificial islands that they have out there. It's still growing very slightly. but we have Indonesia coming together, more compact in form, and kind of going out like a hurricane towards the Chinese mainland. Okay, we still have electromagnetic lines that are running below the subterranean Earth and the submariner subterranean lines. For example, Mexico from south of Guerra going down towards Antarctica has lines going all the way down there. There's activity all the way down there. There's activity in the Gulf of California. The Gulf of California is still widening. This is still a concern because we still have our primary movements going down and east and every possible directions. But the primary movement is declination down, and then we move east worldwide in our circle. Okay, got the moon going down there. Changes take place in conjunction, massive changes take place with water. For example, when the electromagnetic lines were running out of Dubai over a month ago, right, and the fierce rains that were happening there, we had some activity in Oman happening. We had the ground changing. We still have Saudi Arabia in major changes. Saudi Arabia is still in major changes and active. We also have continued activity, deterioration or evaporation of the west coast of Mexico is still happening. We still have the west coast of Mexico is still disappearing, but we have the Gulf of California still widening, and we have issues all along the North American coast, the Central American coast, and down into South America. All the way down for the coast of Peru, Lake Titicaca, Chile. We have Argentina. We have the Amazon in action. We apparently have retrocausality coming up in several spots on Earth. One of those areas of retrocausality are going to be into Adana in Turkey, right? You have retrocausality coming back into Adana. Repeat, into Adana. Retrocausality is coming back into Earth. We have retrocausality issues in Peru and the Amazon as well, along the Chilean coast and Argentina. The Amazon as well is losing its southern flank rapidly. Eastern Brazil, that's eastern Brazil, is still continuing to dry out, but you still have South America and Africa making approaches towards each other. These are at quantum speeds. They are making approaches towards each other. Things continue again Earth-wide to happen. We have the Baltic in action. We have the Baltic Sea in action. We have still Copenhagen is open. Hopefully Copenhagen will remain open as long as possible. Copenhagen to remain open, hopefully as long as possible. Unknown the circumstances which will occur should Copenhagen close. I repeat, unknown the circumstances that will occur should Copenhagen close. But we have Finland, the Gulf of Bothnia is closing up. We have the Baltic closing up. We have Europe. We in reference to Jonathan Barsley in the UK, who made this comment to me about Italy swinging over in the Mediterranean closer by the birds as the crow flies to the UK. The UK and Italy are also closer. You have Austria. Austria has gone with its border, with its far east southeastern border, has gone hard to starboard. Austria has gone with its border hard to starboard, with Graz, Austria, staying roughly in the same place. But the map is tilted. There should be considerations in Europe, and especially in France, from Lyon to Dijon, from Lyon to Dijon, France. The line should be made and set and ready for the Geneva wave. Repeat, the line should be set and made ready for the Geneva wave. The Geneva wave is a potential cause that'll come out of Switzerland. And the Alps, the moisture that's in the Swiss Alps, and of course, the facilities that are in the area of Geneva, right? The Geneva wave is of concern. Besides that, you have everywhere getting very, very slowly but surely smaller. We are losing area. Very contoured, very systematic, very sophisticated, and again, in line with water movements. We just had a hurricane hit East Texas and Louisiana, a Category 1, but usually when we have issues with shrinkage and we have issues with declination, with land going down, we will have heavy water in those areas, such as we had in Dubai, okay? We have still got changes to the Red Sea. On either side of the Red Sea, you've got changes to Saudi Arabia, all the way to the capital. You have changes into Egypt. You have the Sahara active. You still have Crete coming down towards the African coast. We have the Mediterranean closing. I repeat, we have the Mediterranean closing. We have Gibraltar getting more and more narrow, and those areas have come up from Tunisia, and Tunis has come up quick towards Sicily. Tunis has come up quick towards Sicily. Okay, look for the Straits of Crete, eventually to the Straits of Crete, and other changes. There'll be some unknown variable changes. They happen from time to time. They can be quick and abrupt. We frequently will experience changes take place and happen without upheavals, though. However, with no upheavals. However, California, quantum affected California should be on alert. You should be on alert, quantum affected in California. We still have heavy movement out in the Pacific. We have land variations which show impact in California, and we have changes continuously to the California Valley, the San Fernando Valley, California Valley, and we have the split of the continent going southeast and declination issues into Nevada and the southeast. We have Tucson and Phoenix getting closer together to the naked eye as the crow flies. Again, all statistics, all mathematical measurements will still come up the same. If you are a resident, you wake up same day, different day, but same old day. What quantum changes have taken place, you have been unaware of it, that they have happened and they have changed. These observations also update on video. If I film maps or something like that, and I take a look later, they will reflect the present state of the quantum update, the quantum shifts or jumps, whatever like that, which will show what has happened to the Earth's changes. We seem to be having retrocausality going on. Those effects also seem to be coming into British Columbia and Alberta. British Columbia and Alberta. Effects for Canada are running all the way from the Yukon to Winnipeg. From the Yukon to the Winnipeg. Effects for Canada. But again, retrocausality possibly coming in strong to southeast Alberta, Canada. Southeast Alberta, Canada, with strong retrocausality coming in. Again, we have the Gulf of California widening. We have the quantum towns of Mexicali and Calexico are quantum towns, and they are both changing. The water is shifting with the continental movements. We are shifting declination issues in the Nevada, the Great Nevada, and we are going east and down. worldwide. Okay, that's just for a starting reference, but we're also going in every possible directions. We're having some strange Earth pattern movements here and there pop up, small pockets of unexplained changes, which I'm not able to discern or decipher viewing them. Also, I need to also check on printed materials. Lucky in Ireland said he was going to check his globe. Lucky, if by chance you're seeing this and you get a chance, please check your globe. All right. Robert out has good eyes. If you're out in California, scope it out, man. All quantum affected in California need to keep their eyes open. I don't expect for us to have upheavals with these shifts, but it's unknown. And there are preparations which show that there's a resident intelligence which is anticipating quantum events. Okay, so if you're in California, quantum affected in California, and in fact the entire North America and South America as well, Mexico also being advised, be watching for declination issues in Mexico City. We have declination issues in Mexico City coming up. Okay, again, we've had, our areas are getting smaller substantially, bit by bit, as time goes by. I have estimated that it's the amount, just a rough gross estimate, just to kind of have an idea of the two standard large commercial parking lots per day on Earth, right? Just the size of two standard large parking lots per day on Earth disappear. Okay. Also, and this is intuitive. This is educated guessing. We have Antarctica. Repeat, we have Antarctica ready to set to up and tilt when needed. Ready and set to up and tilt when needed. I repeat, Antarctica seems ready to tilt when needed. Okay, we still have changes again going up East Africa. We have the rift in East Africa opening up. We've had Lake Victoria shifting further south. And we have the Lower Kings Valley active. We have Egypt active. We have the Sahara showing signs of activity, of strong, quick, vibrant time movements across the Sahara. Now, this is demonstrated primarily on Google Earth, which is not a static medium. It's updated and it changes. And of course, the format has a lot of acute changes made to it from time to time. But I also back-check printed material. I repeat, I also back-check printed material and visual movies. For example, a science fiction movie which shows the Mediterranean from a spaceship point of view has continued to, for my eyes, changing when I view this movie. Okay, it's based on a Star Trek popular movie. Now, we are still in actions around the globe. We still show standard measurements, but we also show physical changes happening that are seen by the naked eye. These are the quantum movements. These are quantum speeds that are occurring. Everyone, please kind of bear with me and be ready for further changes to come. We have changes worldwide. There is nowhere on Earth that there are not changes taking place. Some are more quick than others. For example, California currently is our most quantum affected state, but other places are busy. Mexico is busy. Of course, Africa is busy. Saudi Arabia is very busy. You have Iraq busy with activity. Turkey is busy. Again, retrocausality coming in to Turkey, to the Adana area. Repeat, retrocausality coming into Turkey, Adana area, 505 to geometric. Texas Danny out. Thanks for listening, everybody.